is time for the FIFA 20 Team of the Year vote. And I can't quite get it set up how I want to. There we go. We'll do it like that. Let's meet the nominees. So we'll start with goalkeeper. Are we meant to have cards? There we go. That's what I wanted. So in goal we have Alisson, Ederson, Oblak, Onana, Ter Stegen. That is it. Now, there's going to be tough choosing from these because I like a few of them. I'm voting specifically on placement finishes and what they achieved during the season. I'm not going on who I would like in FIFA, as I know many other content creators in terms of FIFA have done. Specifically, I'm in awe of this design. If this is how the cards look, that is fantastic. I love the blue. I always have like the blue colours, the dark blue colours. In defence, we have quite a few. We have Jordi Alba, Alexander-Arnold, Bonucci, Jimenez, Mats Hummels, Joshua Kimmich, or Kimmich, depending on how you actually pronounce that. I say Kimmich, Koulibaly, Laporte, Matthias de Ligt, Marquinhos, Sergio Ramos, Robertson, Alexandro, Thiago Silva, Skriniar, Tagliafico, Virgil van Dijk, and Jan Vertonghen. So a big sort of big selection there. In the midfield, an even harder choice to make. Kevin De Bruyne, Paulo Dybala, or Dybala. I say Dybala. I think I say Dybala. Christian Eriksen, Fabinho, Kai Havertz, Jordan Henderson, De Jong. I've still got the chewing gum in my pocket. If I have, I'll chew it. If I haven't, I won't. I don't. N'Golo Kante, Luka Modric, Marco Reus, Jadon Sancho, David Silva, Dusan Tadic, Marco Verratti, Jorginho Wijnaldum, and Hakim Ziyech. I'm actually struggling to find which three I'd genuinely pick based on their performances. In attack, we have Aguero, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Karim Benzema, Roberto Firmino, Eden Hazard, Harry Kane, Robert Lewandowski, Sadio Mane, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo, Salah, Bernardo Silva, Heung-min Son, and Raheem Sterling. Now I have to go and vote. That's 2 votes I've done today. Hashtag vote whoever you feel like you want to vote for. Goalkeepers. Now this for me is an easier decision than you'd think. I, in-game, would like Ter Stegen and Ederson. Or Alisson. I think in-game Oblak would be very good. I'm not doing Onana. My choice would literally be Alisson. Because he won the Champions League. Liverpool finished 2nd place. I think he won the top 3 awards. He won all 3 of the goalkeeping awards, something like that. He won I can't remember which ones it was specifically, but he won the awards, all of them for the goalkeeper, the best. He was the highest rated goalkeeper in the Ballon d'Or, stuff like that. As far as I'm aware, that's I think something along those lines. Defenders is a little bit trickier. Let's go just defenders. I mean, it's not trickier. I'm definitely sticking big man Robbo in. I'm definitely sticking, where is he? Big man Virgil in. I think them two are guaranteed the spots. Virgil van Dijk and Robertson. I think Liverpool have one of the best defences in the world. Now it's a toss-up between a few different defenders for me. So, I don't want to choose Olmos because I don't think he's done enough. Jordi Alba, you could argue, deserves to be in there. Did very well with Barcelona last season. But beyond that, you can argue between him and Robertson being the best left backs in football. Koulibaly, I think he had a very, very good season with Napoli. Again, they all have arguments of being in here. Tagliafico did very, very well with Ajax, didn't he? You know, got through to the semi-finals, obviously won the Eredivisie. I'd like to see him, to be, in all honesty, I would like to see him, I just don't really see him in there. At right back, I'd like to see Kimmich, but I don't think winning the Bundesliga was good enough to put him in Team of the Year. Whereas Liverpool finishing second only behind a very, very good Man City. And then winning the Champions League, and yeah, you can't say he's not in there, can you? Now, I know a lot of people have chosen De Ligt already. I don't think he deserves to be in the Team of the Year, if I'm being totally honest. He had a very good season. He had a poor start to this season. You've seen players, I mean, to be fair, you've seen Dani Alves get in for worse performances. Skriniar was okay. Ramos, I don't know, I'm struggling here, guys. Do we have to choose? I suppose we don't have to choose another centre-back. I would like to choose Jordi Alba over any of those. Or would I? I don't think Sergio Ramos deserves it. I don't think Marquinhos deserves it. Silva, Bonucci, I don't think any of them deserve it. I don't think Vertonghen definitely doesn't deserve to be up there. Not after last season's performances. I'm going to throw in Jordi Alba. I just think he was a much better... Do I think he was a much better player? I don't know. Was he better than Ramos? I don't know. Was he better than De Ligt? De Ligt... I suppose, yeah, in all fairness, I'm going to throw De Ligt in. He captained his side to a Champions League semi-final and earned himself a transfer to Juventus. That's got to account for something, surely. Yeah, I'm going with that. I can agree with that, and I think that partnership as well would be very, very good, especially if you do the Team of the Tournament Tagliafico. Let's go through midfielders. Who do I think out of all of these deserves the first spot? Right, for me, the first obvious choices would be Kante and De Bruyne, but De Bruyne was injured for a lot of last season, and so was Kante. Kante didn't perform well at all last season in the spot that we provided for him at Chelsea. Wijnaldum did bits. At Liverpool, he was super consistent, but is that Team of the Year worthy? Was he really that excellent? I don't know. Did Dybala play that well last season? Arguably, but how good were Juventus last season? I suppose they weren't brilliant, were they? How good? But Eriksen had a terrible season. He wanted out of... I think his antics really throw him out of the squad. I'm going to throw Fabinho in there. He was absolutely solid for Liverpool last season. He did bits even if it was at centre-back, and he's been playing well this season. And I suppose based on player ability, and it is Team of the Year, and it is how good they are as players, I'm going to throw De Bruyne and Kante. I'd like to have seen a different midfield to that, in all fairness. Oh no. Oh no, okay. Frankie de Jong definitely deserves to be in there. I've completely skipped over Frankie de Jong. Does he replace Kante, De Bruyne or Fabinho? That's the question. I think as an undeserved, underrated vote, Fabinho deserves to stay in there. You know, he did just the same as Alisson, just the same as Arnold and Robertson. He was just part of a great, great squad that did very well together, that all performed. But was he one of the main reasons they performed? You can argue it either way. De Bruyne was injured quite a bit and has been injured quite a bit this season. Kante didn't really performed that well. So I'm going to swap him for De Jong. I'm going to put De Jong over Kante, only because he's played very well this season, but last season he wasn't performing to the best of his abilities. That's how I'm going with it. And as a Chelsea fan, I can hold my hands up and say, yeah, he wasn't the best last year. That we known him to be anyway. Right, I think this is the easiest decision of my life. I think Messi, he won the Ballon d'Or, deserves to go into that spot easily. I think Bernardo Silva deserves one of these spots. I think Bernardo Silva deserves that camp spot over De Bruyne, if I'm being totally honest. Or centre mid spot, whatever. Mbappe's done very well. Salah did okay. He wasn't the best last season. He had a much better season the season before. Heung-min Son, you could argue deserves it, but I don't think any Spurs player deserves to be in this, because they didn't win anything. They got to the final, admittedly, but they flopped completely, didn't they? Aubameyang, top goal scorer for a mediocre side last season, I suppose. Sterling could deserve to be in there. Oh, Lewandowski deserves to be in there as well, especially for the start of this season. But what did he really achieve at Bayern last season? I think Mane deserves to be in there. If we're arguing at the likes of Aubameyang and Aguero being up there based on, top goal scorer charts, he was joint top goal scorer and won the Champions League and was arguably Liverpool's best player last season, or to the back end of last season and at the start of this season. Much better than Salah. So if it was a toss up between the two, I'd go with them too. Now, Firmino, as good as he is, and as good as he does play that role, you could argue he does deserve to be in it. I don't think Benzema deserves. I think he's probably one of the most underrated players and most underrated attackers, but I just don't see him in Team of the Year. The same with Hazard. At Chelsea he did well, not brilliant, and his move to Real Madrid hasn't performed the best there. Therefore doesn't deserve. Ronaldo has really dropped off the pace a bit this season, specifically at the end of last season he was doing okay. Don't really think he deserves to be in there. Neymar, I know, was injured for quite a lot, or both last season and this season, so I don't think he deserves to be in there. Harry Kane can fuck off. Lewandowski is in with a shout. I think it's between Mbappe and Lewandowski who I choose. And it really could be either way, because they both play in a league where if you're a very good striker, you're going to score goals. And on that basis, I know I said I wasn't going to choose who I want in FIFA, but because it's between the two, or do I choose Sterling? No, I think we need a striker in Team of the Year. Between Mbappe and Lewandowski, I'm going to choose Mbappe, no. No. Yeah, I am. Let me get another website. Let's go. Come on. Lewandowski versus Mbappe. Stats. Detail. There we go. Let's get this up and see how they performed. No, that's F12. F11. Oh. What is this? Wow, okay, Jesus. Let's come out of full screen just so I can see what's actually occurring. Goals. So far in 20, is this 20? Yeah. Is this season? Whoa, go away. This is this season. That was his last goal, isn't it? All goals. Do you know what this means? Hopefully it puts them on in a minute. So, 28 shots on target. I think this season specifically he deserves it. Lewandowski deserves it over Mbappe. Let's take a look at goal. No, we don't want this. Stop it. Everyone's voted Lewandowski better. 16 goals and 28 shots on target. I don't want 2018 to 19 though. There we go, season. 2017-18. No, 2018-19. I can't swap it for this kind of playmaking. 1 assist, 4 assists. Okay. Passing. Defence. Oh, see that makes... So, right. Playmaking. 4 assists and 1 assist. That's 4-1. That's 17. And that makes that 11. I'm still going Lewandowski. I'm still going Lewandowski over Mbappe. Fuck it, there we go. Submit. Success. I'm not gonna retweet or anything like that, but that's my yes, change the ultimate 11 squad of 55. Log into your account and I can get that in January. I've already bought it. So am I not logged in? I'm not logged in yet, I could vote. What's that about then? Right. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different, a little bit more FIFA based. I'm going to release this at 5 o'clock. Or the if you've been seeing